Again, happy Monday, everyone. This is Anama Udaya Thomas, and welcome back to our Facebook Live group for Biwalk Nurses Heal Anxiety Naturally with Functional Wellness. If you're joining us for the first time, we are on round three and we are on our seventh energy center. So every week we talk a little bit about one energy center that of the seven energy centers in yoga, also referred to as chakras, and how we can balance these energies a little bit better so that we can increase our calm, decrease stress, and just move about our day with a greater sense of balance and awareness. So today's energy center, otherwise known as chakra, is the crown chakra. So we're all the way back to seven again. This is our third round again. This is located up here. You can actually feel the heat coming out of your head if you put your hand right there. So just do that for a second and feel the energy there coming through the crown of your head. And you can even feel it if you lift your hand off and see how that feels differently. The color for this energy center can be um, considered in different ways. Some people describe it as the absence of color. Some people will say that it's violet. Others will say pastels. Others will say white. So you can also say that black is all colors. And we go into this in a state of bliss without thought, usually stimulating this sixth chakra to get to seven chakras through a lot of meditative practices and mindfulness practices to also tap into this energy center. I like to think about this energy center in several different ways, which allows us to give us different activities to stimulate this energy. In this round, we're specifically focusing and honing in on energy itself and realizing that we are actually just balls of energy moving throughout the day. And what we perceive is a lot of times what is in our head. So we all perceive different things. So just knowing and being aware that we are energy and everything around us is energy. When we come to the realization of this particular energy center, we also realize that we are not separate from anything because everything is made up of the same. And we are all the same, actually. We are, 99.9% the same. And so that's pretty amazing when you think about the very little difference between us and actually other living things as well. So, this realization or coming to this realization and embracing this realization of transformation is what takes us potentially into a new world or a different world beyond our senses. So, a few things about this energy center that I want to share with you is what balance looks like, what deficiencies look like, and what maybe excess looks like too. So, balance characteristics are like the ability to perceive, analyze, and assimilate information. So, it goes beyond intelligence and thoughtfulness to a greater awareness of who we are and what we are, being able to stay open-minded and able to question, but at the same time be spiritually connected and have some wisdom and broad understanding of things that allows us to be, less judgmental and cynical. So deficiencies would look like spiritual cynicism, learning difficulties, sort of rigid belief systems, where one thinks one is right. Also, apathy and excess in sort of the lower chakras that can lead to greed, materialism, and domination of others. Excess can look like over intellectualization or over spiritualization, or what we can see as spiritual addiction sometimes, confusion, and often dissociation from the body. So, not being able to really integrate all the energy centers necessarily. And then physical malfunctions can include being in a state of coma, migraines, brain tumors, amnesia, and cognitive delusions. And there's also some healing practices in yoga that help with this, as as we're sort of out of any foods or supplements in this realm. So oftentimes we talk about different supplements that can help us. Those are more for the lower energy centers, and this energy is really about um, fasting, and you know, which we all do at night, pretty much. I hope. Um, so if you're fasting beyond into the daylight hours, that can also bring a lot of a benefit to this energy center, and to yourself, to maintaining healthy balance in your gut and your mood and other aspects of your life, your ability to be without, and helps you to realize what else is going on in the world and our connection to the rest of the world, other communities, those who may be fasting not by choice, as we see in these war times. So, what is it within us? What is the energy that we are uh, putting out there? What is the vibration that we ourselves from the inside is being reflected in our external environment? Perhaps all these wars and anger and violence are a reflection also of what is going on inside of us. So we can look at ourselves a little bit differently, and without judgment, just be aware and observe our moods and our ups and downs and how we respond to the things around us, whether they're things that we like or that we don't like, and how we can increase peacefulness just by starting with our own energy and recognizing our own energy. So, a couple common poses, which I don't usually discuss because I like to do that on an individual basis, um, but one obvious pose in yoga that stimulates this energy center is the headstand. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing a headstand on your own if you've never done a headstand, but it is a way to stimulate this energy. And just actually, going, upside down, whether that's in downward dog or dolphin pose or some other pose that allows your head to hang, helps to stimulate this energy center. So you have to be careful with this. If you do have some imbalances, like you get dizzy easily, or um, you have some vertigo or spinning type of feelings, you need to do this with caution, and also with guidance from an instructor or someone to spot you if you're planning to do this at home. So be very cautious in those choices. Another pose that is actually known to stimulate this energy is the lotus, and we've talked about before. The thousand petals of the lotus are a symbol for this energy center, and this pose actually helps to stimulate this energy from your root chakra all the way through your spinal column. So when we're talking about these energies, we're talking about the energy that goes, up and down the spine, and movement of the spine and flexibility in both your body and your mind help to, open all of the energy centers, including the final crown chakra energy center. So I hope this was helpful. There is one other thing that I would like to mention around energy and modern world, and that is our exposure to plastics. Um, the exposure to plastics is gone up and up and up over the decades. I know when I was born, it was a minuscule amount of plastic in our world compared to what we have today. And there are so many chemicals in this plastic, and plastic has benefited our lives in many ways as well, in the things that we can, use and contain and things like that, and has helped us have more efficiencies in life. But it has also disrupted a lot of our internal energy. So looking not only inside of us, what we're ingesting in terms of microplastics through drinking single-use bottled water, or buying things in plastic containers and heating them up in the plastic. All of these things, these chemicals, actually contribute to higher levels of anxiety because they're changing what's happening inside of us and in our cellular structures and the way that we can process. So this is an energy that in our modern world is something that we, if we can, be more aware of it, we can start to limit what goes inside of us, and then also look around and see how it is affecting the world around us and contributing to chemicals that actually get into our water as well. And then, we're drinking that. So take a look at that, create some awareness around your own habits, your own self, and for your family and those around you, and see what are the different things that might be disrupting or disturbing your energy. And we can move forward in a more positive way by addressing these and reducing our anxiety on so many different levels. So through the breath, through meditation, through awareness, through touch, through seeing, smelling, tasting, and realizing that we are all connected. So thank you for so much for this time together. I'd like to close out with the sound for the seed sound for this energy center, which is the Om, the sound of Om, which is considered the perfect sound that we can make, and we can all make this sound. So if you'd like to close your eyes, you can close your eyes at this time, and remember that has also an ending with an M. So we give equal presence and emphasis to all of the sounds in Om as we make the sound. So if you'd like to do it with me, let's do it together. And we'll start now. We'll do 3 rounds and then we'll close out. Nice deep breath in and Om. Om Shanti. Peace, peace, perfect peace. Thank you. Take care and be well.